Oh, g'day everybody. My name's Matt. I'm here to give you tips to turn around a tough day of sales. Now, if you appreciate the content, please chuck a like on it, subscribe to our channel. We got heaps of good content on there and there's always more coming out. So where I'm coming from with this lesson is I did sales, direct sales, face-to-face around the world for 6 years plus. So I've clearly had my fair share of rubbish days. I've watched many other people go through rubbish days of sales as well. And I've identified a few ways that you can help yourself pull out of a rubbish day and effectively turn it around into a brilliant day, or just salvage it at the least. So what my first tip would be was you need to identify that you are having a rubbish day. Now, I think there's two ways you can identify a rubbish day. The first one is obviously the numbers, the sales. Are you making any? If the answer is no, you're probably having a bit of a rubbish day, depending on how long you've been there. If you've been there 2 minutes, have a bit of patience. The second way you can identify a rubbish day are the feelings, the feels, the negative and horrible emotions and the downward spiral of depression that goes along with a negative day. If you're feeling any of those feelings, you may be in need of changing the way you're working. Now, tip number 2, the second effective thing that you need to do to turn a day around is to make the decision to change what is going on. It's all well and good understanding that you're having a bad day, but you don't just want to continue on that same path. You want to change the trajectory. You do this by making the decision to change the trajectory. Now, the first thing I always go to when I want to change my day is the circle of control. Now, I'm going to give you the circle of control in a nutshell, but if you want a deep dive on the circle of control, along with many other psychological techniques, sales principles, and communication techniques, jump in the description, hit our website, go check out our course Foundations. There is so much good content in that course. It's ridiculous. Now, the circle of control in a nutshell. So get a piece of paper. What you do is you draw a circle. Inside the circle, you write down all of the things that you can control. Smiling, being friendly, basic, talking to everybody who walks past you, all the basic things that you are personally in control of. On the outside of the circle, you write down all the things that you can't control. The weather, the seller on the stand next to you, the shop over there that's annoying you. You can't control these things. It's important to be aware of them, but not to focus on them. So that's the whole purpose of the circle of control. It's to direct your focus to the things that you can control in your situation or surroundings. That way you're going to be a lot more level-headed and clear-minded about the purpose of why you're there. Don't be focusing on the things on the outside of the circle. There's nothing you can do about them. Be aware of them, but focus and spend your attention on the things that you can control. So that is a really important tip. The next thing I like to do is reflect on how my sales process is running. What I find and see in a lot of other sellers when they're having a rough day is that they forget the whole purpose and reason for each different section of their pitch. And they primarily lose all indifference. They get loads of desperation in the way they're working, and pretty much they smash through to a close as fast as they can to try and get the yes or no answer, already knowing that the customer is going to say no because they built no rapport. They've not gone through any of the sales steps. So what you need to do is identify in each section of your pitch what the purpose of that section is and make sure you're nailing that purpose. That is all you need to do. Bring it back to basics. Make sure you mentally or physically tick off each section of your pitch with your next customer. And the next really good tip I'd give you, and this happens, like I say, when people start to get desperate and they lose the indifference, they also forget to make a friend. You've always got to make a friend before you can make a sale. Build that rapport. So what I like to do in this situation when I identify that I'm struggling building rapport with people in general is I like to kind of put the sales to the side and just the next person who walks past me, who walks up to me or into my shop or past my stand, I'm just going to have a friendly conversation with them. I'm going to totally take away the idea of selling them anything, and I'm going to work on my conversational skills and my positivity, my ability to make a friend. If it segues into a sale, so be it, fantastic. But the first step is making that friend. So guys, again, if you're liking this content, you're taking away from it, please chuck a like on the video, subscribe to our channel. We'd massively appreciate it. It'll help us out hugely. Another really good useful tip that I'll give you is to pretend to be a volunteer. So if it's all getting a bit much, you're losing your patience, you're losing indifference, you're becoming desperate, take away the idea that you're there to earn money. This is a bit weird, but it works a treat. You want to put yourself in the mindset of a volunteer. So you're there to help people. You want to present this product to them, give them the information voluntarily about this product so they understand absolutely everything about it. Ideally, it's a really good product or service. It's going to help them. So by telling them, you're volunteering your time to tell them. This takes away any pressure of any targets or numbers that you've got to hit through the day. And in turn, you will probably end up hitting them. So it's about getting back to focusing on the process and letting the results take care of themselves. The final piece of the bad day puzzle, of the bad day into a good day puzzle, is patience. So after you've implemented all of these ideas, they may not work instantly. So you need to be patient. You've got to let yourself work into these techniques and ideas. You've got to give them time to actually manifest and happen. If you do this, it might be 5 minutes, it might be half an hour, but your whole mindset will change. Positivity will start to flood through your body. You'll start to enjoy what you're doing again, and naturally the sales will come. So just remember to have patience in what you're doing. You're a lot more likely to turn your day around that way. So I hope you've enjoyed the content, guys. Please chuck a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.